I never thought I had to make a video like this regarding, I guess this artist in particular, but it has to happen mainly because people just do not necessarily know how to leave people alone, and this man did it for a damn commission. Not because of personal preference, but for a commission. He was getting paper, and you still harass the hell out of him. Doesn't make any sense. So for those that don't know, he's Shinpain, who is responsible for Demon Bulma, who is also responsible for things like Dragon Ball Silver with the fine ass Alma. To be perfectly honest with you, he got into some nonsense heat, and it's basically because he drew GT Pan and some lewd moments, which is some heat ass lewd moments, mind you, right? So I seen this like in the morning, and then I was like, damn, this is a fire ass picture of Pan, and then gave it a like and kind of went on my way. Then basically afterward ended up seeing it again, and this time, people are like harassing the shit out of him, started doing death threats and talking about how this is some content that should not be redistributed and all that type of stuff. And my mind already knows, because we talked about this topic before. We talked about it many times on this channel. You already know what this shit is going to. Aunties complain about Lolly Electric 2 number freaking Boogaloo. I said that wrong, but I don't really care. That's how aunties speak too. But when it comes down to things, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And especially to someone like Shinpain. What is with y'all attacking all these damn people who literally want to draw whatever the hell they want to draw, or they getting paid to draw? Y'all did this with, the creator of Bleach with Orihime's boobs and Yorichi reaching through them hoes and Rukia's ass shot. Y'all did that when it comes to those scenes from the manga. You did this shit with Horikoshi when it comes to the MHA girls, and how y'all complain about how you're sexualizing these characters even though they're fictional as shit. And now you're doing this shit with Shinpain, with making him a long list of people who has been harassed for absolutely no effing reason, and he did it just because he got commissioned to do it. I don't think it's the commissioner's fault. It's definitely not Shinpain's fault, right? Man got some paper to do this. Y'all mad at him because he was getting some paper and you're not? Calm the absolute hell down, right? Now, I'm not going to put any words in this man's mouth, whether he likes Lolly or not. That's not my place to stand on, and I'm not going to do anything with that. But this man was commissioned to make this art. He was. I can't show you the full picture, obviously, but he did post it on Twitter, so I guess it's fair game to kind of show a little bit of it. But when it comes down to things, he was commissioned to do it. Not because of personal preference, not because of anything like that. He said it wasn't even personal preference, yet y'all still harass the ever-loving shit out of this man. Why? What is the point of it? What is the point? Meanwhile, you got EDP on the prowl, harassing other people of real life and, real kids and whatever. And then you have, people like Johnny Somalia, who also is on some nonsense, doing a lot of crazy ass things. Tried to get into some, minors, in facility, like their whole space and whatever. And no one's talking about that shit. No one even brought that shit up. And it's just like, well, what the hell is going on with this? Y'all have all these actual monsters that's out there, but because Shinpain drew Pan, getting some nice white goo on her face, now you want to start getting all rowdy, and for the wrong reasons, in the wrong direction. It doesn't make sense. You should know who Shinpain is. This man made some based and wild stuff before, right? Why do you think this is outside of the realm of possibility of what he would do? I don't necessarily understand it. And again, this is just a long list of artists who has drawn lolly content before, who has been a part of the scene before, who are now again getting harassed because somebody didn't like it, and now a whole host of people don't like it. And worst of all too, it's a part of the Dragon Ball Z community too, right? And that sucks. That really damn sucks, right? That really does. We already know the story between the community of Dragon Ball at times. They do be crazy as hell on a lot of weird shit, right? A lot of weird times and a lot of weird people. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't make any type of sense. Plus, if we're going to be perfectly honest too, there's people that has drawn Pan before, and they do an excellent job at drawing Pan, and they ain't ashamed of drawing Pan or whatever. Like, There's like, I think, an artist called Rom who drew Pan in very good NSFW ways, but also very good safer word ways. And they're amazing at what they can do, right? And it doesn't make any type of sense, you know? And then another thing added to it is that you do realize Kishin Pain also drew Kefla before, right? You do realize that, you know? And Kefla been put in sexual situations in his animations before where he's banging like Goku, or it's implied that he's banging somebody else, right? Or she banged somebody else, excuse me. But when it comes down to things, now you want to start rebelling? Now you want to start trying to start shit? Like, no, y'all just pulling a cheap ass tactic because that's all y'all ever do. Y'all don't care for real people that's in danger. You don't care for that shit. You just care for because you don't necessarily like it because it's your damn morals. But who gives a shit about your damn morals? Who gives a damn? At the end of the day, man's getting paid to draw this stuff. He didn't just do this because he wanted to. If he did, there wouldn't be a problem with that shit either. Because he should be able to draw whatever the hell he wants to. Because it's his skill. It's his free will. Let him draw what he wants to draw. Stop trying to control people with their freedom of expression and speech. It doesn't make any kind of sense. So to end everything off too, this is just my personal message for Kishin Pain too. When it comes down to things, if he is watching this, if if he's not, it is what it is. But still, nonetheless, I think I need to say it. But the only thing I will say on his side is that I don't really like that he deleted the original post, mainly because now people will see, oh, well, it's easy to manipulate this person. And it's not that. It shouldn't be that, right? But plenty of times where people backtrack or delete posts and, backstep a little bit, that's when people know, oh, we can bully this guy. So any picture and any drawing and any animation that he has now in the future, we can beat his ass. That's essentially what people are going to now start seeing. And it's not anything new. People have done this before. We made plenty of videos where people have backtracked and they have, tried to calm down the subject of certain things. And then they end up getting cheesed by the people that they thought was supporting them, right? If you really did support Kishin Pain, then you should be okay with him drawing Pan. If Kishin Pain want to draw Pan butt booty naked, twerking that ass in front of every single damn body, he should be perfectly fine, happy to draw that shit. And you could be like a person that enjoys the art of it, or you could be someone that maybe don't necessarily like it, but just ignore it. Like, it's not that damn hard. There's plenty of people in my damn audience that don't necessarily like Lala like that, and they ignore half of those videos. But you know what? There's people that do. But do you see them butting heads and trying to start beef with each other? No, because my audience is smart. They know better. They are smart individuals, right? And same thing goes for the people that really want to support Kishin Pain still. They are smart individuals as well. His audience is very smart, very intelligent people. But at the end of all things, it's those people that didn't suspect this stuff, or really bad dumbass people that just like controversy and stuff coming through and messing up the whole ecosystem of his entire audience and people that he has. And it sucks. So to end everything off, basically, Kishin Pain did not necessarily deserve this. He is a phenomenal artist that I'll honestly say that you should subscribe to and watch and follow all his, socials and all that type of stuff. And just give him the support that he needs. Because if anything, when it comes down to this subject of anything that I've seen, is that you do not backtrack when it comes down to things. No matter how much people might piss you off or how bad things might get, don't ever backtrack, because that just makes people think you're weak. And it's just going to be a bad time for you, right? So don't ever backtrack. Be true to what you want to be. You have the freedom of expression. You have the freedom of speech. Use those freedoms because that's your right. You have a right to draw whatever the hell you want to. And again, if it's an oiled up booty ass Pan that's straight up naked as hell and getting the BBC, it is what it is, right? That is your right and freedom to draw that shit. 100%. So that's essentially what I have to say for this one. Again, hopefully, Kishin Pain will be okay. I imagine he will be, because I believe he's a strong individual. And as someone that has watched him for many years, again, I'm just ready to see whatever else he can put down on paper. That's what I really want to see out of anything. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on the socials, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Patreon is available as well. And you know what? I think I'm gonna put the charity links in the description for children so they can have the proper help that they need if they're suffering from abuse and anything like that. So please go ahead and look at that at the description as well. And maybe in the future too, because I'm kind of waiting on Sonic Frontiers update so we can talk about Sage and give her a waifu material video. I might just do a video on Pan for waifu material and kind of just go horn dog crazy for that. So who knows? But we'll have to see. But yeah, until then, this being your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.